Hi, I'm Random Trashy and welcome to my Airsoft channel. Today I'm going to be taking the channel back to the roots, and that's talking about sniper rifles. Here I've got my Well Mb04, which has been fully built up over the last sort of 6 months. I've got a really heavy spring in here at the minute. It's a Garda M170, which doesn't sound very heavy considering they go up to 200, but I chronoed this and it's actually kicking out 650 FPS. It is absolutely savage. Just to note now, before I get a big flame war in the comments below, I will be putting proof up. I'm not going to be doing any live firing of the gun, especially not in this video. I might do one when I'm in a safer environment, but this is done just as an experiment. It's not to be used on any airsoft sites. I will not be using this on any sites. I will be using this gun, but I will be deconstructing the internals as it is built today and putting it back down to a very safe FPS limit. I have no intentions of using a gun at 650 FPS in any sites or in any context. This is done as a pure experiment. This experiment was kind of spawned from a conversation between me and my airsoft team about what the limits are. Is it going to kind of degrade or have any impact on the BB itself with being forced with that much air? There are rumours on the internet, I don't know where they came from, but anything over 550 FPS will actually shatter a BB. That's lies. It doesn't work like that at all. If you had very cheap brittle BBs, maybe, I don't know, I really can't see it happening. I tested it with Garda, no, they were BB Blaster .2s, and then I was using Garda .4s, and it was at 575 with a .4, which logically I have no idea, because it's twice the mass with the same velocity, so surely you would expect it to be half the FPS, but it doesn't quite work like that. Internally, I will throw up a couple of pictures just while I'm talking of the internals. So I've got PDI trigger, have had a few issues with it, had to take it apart a couple of times. I think that's really because of this spring was doing some damage. I've got a steel bolt handle from ASPUK, steel bolt, steel outer cylinder. Inside this is, I will throw a picture up here as well, is the purple Laylax cylinder, piston, sorry, with a Laylax head and with a Laylax piston head. Pretty much everything is PDI / Raven, as it's now called, or Laylax internally. They are pretty much as good as you would get. The only thing I would say is please don't buy their barrels. They're like £170, and I'm almost positive that Madbull can do something just as good. That's pretty much it. I'm running the Madbull Python V2. There's a video about it on the channel, and I'm running the standard hop-up. I openly admit it's kind of been a bit bodged, and I've played around with it a lot, and I've had it for years, and it's kind of on its dying legs. So I have bought a PDI one from the States. They're becoming very, very rare now. But I have managed to get one, which means I'm going to have to change the barrel to an AEG barrel. So all that to come when I deconstruct it and lower the FPS limit. As I say, definitely don't use a 650 FPS sight and go and shoot some poor child in the back of the head or in the hand or something where they're going to get severely damaged. This was really done as a test. Yeah, any questions you have about it? If you want to build one, although I mean, for garden shooting, and you know, if you've got a nice big garden and you've got a safe area to shoot, yeah, go for it. I mean, experiment. It can only really give you better knowledge about the gun, taking it apart and getting to know the internal bits. Definitely don't buy a standard one of these, throw an M170, 180, 190 spring in it and then expect it to work. It will probably hurt you in the fact that it's going to go you know, catastrophically wrong inside. I've got all of the best upgraded parts essentially you can buy without manufacturing them yourself. I have had a few issues. When I first put the gun together and I put the trigger box which sits in here, attached it to this upper cylinder, there was so much force on the spring after cocking the gun it actually tore the trigger box off the bottom, which stripped the threads out of it. I've got a friend at Slush Puppy that actually managed to fix that for me, so thank you very much, Mr. Slush Puppy, for weaving your magic on it to get it working again. I have got loads of plans for the gun. I really want to go back to sniping. My team, Shadow Ops, which is the site I play at in Dover, we've got a fantastic team. It's grown. We've got some phenomenal players, and I'm so lucky to get to play with some really, really great guys that play just at such a high level with an AEG. A lot of them skill, knowledge, and history, although all of them you know, are highly skilled. There are a few guys that are kind of ex-grunts, and they know a thing or two. So I'm going to be hopping back on the sniper for this upcoming year and playing through into the winter, which is my favourite period. I'm not really much of a summer player. I love the gringy, dark, miserable weather for some reason. Maybe it just kind of says there's something wrong with me, but yeah. So I'm going to be jumping back on the sniper. I've got ghillie. This is being rebuilt. I've got night vision and stuff like that now, which I'm actually having a mount made by my friend at Slush Puppy to fix it to the top of the scope, so that I don't have to wear a lid and all that stuff. I can just lay behind the gun in a fixed position and pick some people off. We'll be doing some more night games, which we're going to be reviewing. I'll be sent some stuff from Madbull to review. I've got some stuff coming from JJ Airsoft to review as well. So thank you very much for watching. If you do have any more questions about this monster, please feel free to let me know. If you need any advice, if you want a list of parts or anything like that, drop me a message. I will make sure I get back to you. Once again, please don't use a 650, 70, 700, whatever you manage to build site gun on a site. You know, no one wants to get really hurt. We all do this for fun, so safety first as always. But if you do want to build a cool little home project, send me a message about it, and I'll be sure to, you know, help you if you need it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.